Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Scottsburg Board of Public Works and Safety. Today is October the 9th, 2024, in the year of our Lord. We're calling our meeting to order right now at about 5:02. I'm sorry, 1:32, something like that. Sorry about that. And we start with our roll call by our clerk treasurer, Jan Hardy.
Mayor Amick.
Here.
Karen Grushas. Here. Tom Lewis. Here.
Next on our agenda is the approval of the minutes of September 25, 2024. We'll take a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion to accept minutes as presented.
Made by Karen, seconded by Tom. Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you very much. Next thing we have is on our first thing is the award of the wastewater grant project. And what happened here? No,
Scott's going to
Scott,
present.
that's here. Come on down, Scott.
All right.
Tell us what's going to happen.
And here's your,
Yep, she's got
I
handouts.
have
for everybody.
handouts.
Thank you.
This is Scott Seipel from Midwestern Engineers.
Thank you.
And he will,
As Jan said, I'm Scott Seipel with Midwestern Engineers. This is our recommendation for the bid opening that occurred on August 14th, 2024. We received two bids for this project, and just a quick brief overview of what that project was. It involves sewer lining, rehab, and lift station rehabilitation. Lift station 19 by the old landfill, I believe, is the way that it's labeled in the system. The two bids received, one was from Temple & Temple Excavating and Paving with a base bid amount of $998,200. A second bid from Insituform Technologies USA with a base bid of $1,168,551.74. Based on our review of the bids and the city's relationship with Temple & Temple, we feel that they're a good fit for this project. So we recommend to the Board of Works that the project be awarded to Temple & Temple in the amount of the base bid only, not the mandatory, just the base bid of $998,200. With this project, I do have to add, so your award would be contingent upon Okra approving. So basically, the steps for this process are, I give you our recommendation as Midwestern. You guys choose if you like to accept that recommendation, and then I assume you would make a motion to award the project contingent upon Okra's approval of the bids. And then once that happens, I'll work with Mike Kleinpeter, who's the grant administrator for this project, and we will get Okra approval, and then we'll come back to this board with the official notice of award and the contract language and the contracting for that. Something else in this handout that I gave you is the certified bid tab. So this is a listing, so on the third page, the listing of the bids as they were submitted that we've reviewed and made any notes on those. Other than that, is there any questions about the bids or about the process?
Why do you not recommend a mandatory alternate? What is the mandatory alternate?
The mandatory alternate was additional pipe footage, and for budgetary reasons.
You don't have.
Correct.
Okay. But it's not, okay. It's not necessary, apparently. Or not.
Correct. It's just additional footage of
Okay.
pipe with the way budgeting came in.
Okay.
And you're saying that Okra would need to approve the work or the contract?
They would have to approve the award. So what will happen is if this board chooses to accept our recommendation and to make a motion to award contingent upon Okra, I'll get with Mike on the way back to the office, and then he'll do what he does with Okra, and then we'll come back to this board after we receive that. I think it usually takes 10 days to 2 weeks or so, and then at that point we would do official notice of award to Temple & Temple. The reason for that is since there's $700,000 of this project coming from Okra, they want to say in how that money's getting spent. So it's one of those checkbox operations.
We have a motion.
I will make a motion to approve the base bid to Temple, based on contingency of
And I'll second.
So moved by Karen Gricius. Any questions, comments about this? Anything else you have for us?
I do not have anything else.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you, Scott.
Next, we have the declare access for the street. I think that one's me. We received a phone call from Scott School District 2 for their bus area. And the city has these large concrete building blocks, as it were. And they were used years ago out here on the bridge going over I-65 on Moon Grove Road. And since they were taken down, they've just been stacked up and there's not been anything done with it. So Scott School District 2 asked us, can we have two of them? So we would like for you to declare them excess, because at this point, we're certainly not using them at all. They've been sitting there for,
So we're just declaring
8
access
years.
for two or for all?
no, just two.
Just two.
So they're putting around, they've got, I think, a huge tank, and they're afraid a bus would back into that fuel
Oh,
tank.
okay.
So they're protecting that fuel tank
Okay.
with those, I mean, they're probably, well, you've seen them, they run down the highway, probably this tall and probably about that thick, and probably from here, at least to that post. Yeah. So that's why they needed them.
I'll make a motion to declare two of them excess.
And I'll second.
And a motion by Tom and seconded by Karen. Any other questions about this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, yes, thank you very much. Next, we have the Norton Scott Indigent Care Agreement. Does that mean?
I can do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me. The CEO of Norton sent this over to us last week, and Josh did look over it before he left, and gave his blessing on the mayor signing it. It is for
Indigent care.
indigent care for underprivileged, for care being provided to those who probably couldn't receive it at Norton. The CEO sent it over asking for the mayor to sign it. We just put it on the agenda for approval for him to sign it. So it does have Josh's blessing. We just need approval for the mayor to sign.
And that's just basically holding us harmless from
It is.
their.
And that does state this in this,
Right.
if you read through this, it
Yeah.
does state this. I read all the way through this, and basically, I think that it's basically for them to be able to put forward to the United States government that we are handling folks here in need, even though they have no means, but Norton's has, I want to tell you, been a blessing. Been an absolute blessing for the city of Scottsburg and Scott County and our surrounding. I was recently at the birthday party, had a one-year birthday party here last week, and we had a thing with coffee the week before that. But the DRs there, the doctors, saying we are getting the things we actually need, and it's just been a great marriage. So it's been a win-win on both sides. And so for them to come through and say, hey, listen, if you have folks that need help, we're here to help. So
I'll make a motion that we approve the mayor to sign the agreement.
Tom Lewis makes a motion.
I'll second.
Karen Richards seconds. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Thank you very much. Next, we have the Mid-America Science Park deposit return for Hoosier Action.
I'm doing that one. Their event was on September 29th, 2024. We just need approval to return their deposit for their event in the banquet hall.
I'll make that motion.
Tom Lewis makes the motion to return deposit. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, any questions, comments? No massive holes knocked in the wall?
Nope,
You're
all
amazing.
good.
You're amazing. Good. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, thank you very much. Next thing, the PD promotions by the one and only, our chief, Scottsburg Chief of Police, David Harden.
The mayor and I would like to have your approval to promote Channing Collins and Jordan Bowles. They've been with the department about 5 years now. They've taken on our instructor part with the department. Good officers, stepped forward, took that on. It's a lot of more of the training that they had to go through, and that allows any training that we need with the department, that they perform all of that. We don't have to go anywhere to do it anymore. We got a new guy, he's had to have 40-hour pre-basic. He's been going through that this week, and they're basically the instructors. They set it up, take care of it, the physical tactics, all that stuff. And, you know, it's just kind of a way of compensating them. They do a great job. They come to work. They're young, and like the mayor says, they deserve.
Yeah, so is this a different title or?
Promote
Going to promote to sergeant from first class
Sergeant.
patrolman. Yeah.
I want to tell you, I have really been impressed with the team that we have in our police department. They're absolutely wonderful guys, and they do a great job and in harm's way. I mean, so and these two gentlemen are just outstanding. And our police force, we have a great police force, so thank you, Chief.
I'll make a motion, we approve both promotions.
Tom Lewis makes a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Bush seconds. Any other questions about either of these guys?
It's effective 10/13/24, just for the minutes.
Then change their,
You good with that?
The pay will
Cell
change
phone
that
or-
day.
does
No,
none of
it
that
stays.
changes? Okay.
Anything else you can think of?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's there. Thank you very much.
While we're talking about promotions, could I jump in here just a minute? Because it just came to our attention last week when we were discussing this, that I needed to request a change to our minutes from 3/13 to 24 when we did our last promotions. I inadvertently, the minutes state that Travis Rutherford and Rodney Watts were promoted to sergeant, but they were to have been promoted to lieutenant. Their pay voucher, everything reflects it. I just had it wrong in the minutes.
This is
So,
in March?
yes.
Okay.
And so we got to comparing all of our notes with what Emily had sent payroll and what we forwarded to Dave, so the minutes are wrong. So I stand guilty as charged. Because, yeah, I'd like to be able to blame it on Donna, because that was before we hired her, so.
Throw in.
Yeah, so just a motion if you got, that we can reflect in these what it was
Okay.
supposed to have been.
I will make that motion. As long as you pay your penalty.
Okay. Where do I pay? What court of the city?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I'll second.
You know what the penalty is, right? You have to eat one whole Reese's cup. What a penalty, right?
One whole bag?
You know what the number one I probably can't advertise it. Do you know what the number one candy is?
Snickers.
No, Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah. Reese's got the top this year, 24. So what a deal.
Good little trivia there.
Yeah.
Play Trivial Pursuit.
So basically we have a motion. Did you make a motion? Okay, so we have a motion to amend our March minutes. And so any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous there.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Now you're up again. By claim approval.
No, you skipped that resolution.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I did. Sorry. Yep. I got Donna next. Donna, we have 2024-R-1. Tell us what 2024-R-1 is, please.
Is that,
You will come on up to the table.
Go on down.
Yeah. We could get.
How are you
It's
all?
like Bob Barker. Come on down, Donna.
Hey, I wish I was coming down to Bob
That's
Barker.
exactly right.
That would be so fun.
You want to make sure to the board?
This is Donna. This is the board.
Hi.
Tom Lewis,
Hi, Tom.
of Lewis Incorporated. Tom has been in the city of Scottsburg. He's from your neck of the woods, Charlestown.
Okay.
And his dad was Jim Lewis. He
Oh,
worked
Senator
for
Lewis.
You're
130 years.
I'm good friends with
Okay.
David.
Yeah, David, his older brother. And this is Miss Karen Gracious,
Hi, nice to meet you.
fresh in from Chicago. Just kidding.
Oh. Okay.
Donna is under contract to be working at the wastewater plant, the one that you all approved at the last time. So
Yes.
this is why she, yeah, I was thinking, what's she coming to our board of work for? But this is concerning wastewater.
Okay.
Yes.
Donna has 130 years of experience, although she's only 29, in both wastewater and in drinking water.
Yes.
So she said, well, I have a lot of experience with this.
Okay.
So they're kind of guiding the boat right now for us.
So one of the first things that I encountered when I was here last week was there wasn't a definitive distinction between who owns the sewer lateral and where the city stops and where the homeowner picks up. And so I brought in some Charlestown's language they have for their resolution and Jeffersonville's, and so we discussed it, and so that is where this resolution came from, is to establish where the homeowner stops and where the city picks up, and you know, the guidance on across the board is when you think of a sewer lateral, that is only serving that house. So anything that flushes is coming from that house. And so, you know, typically if you're using wipes and whatnot, you can clog that if your sewer line is compromised by your tree in your yard, and per se. So I think that the guidance is pretty clear that from the house to the tap is on the resident. And the city will go out if they have a backup and they call, and they'll check the manhole, make sure everything is running. And if there is no backups on our side, on the city side, then it becomes the homeowner's problem if there is an issue. So that's basically just defining it for all of the folks, because there wasn't a clear guidance on that. So
Right.
this is this resolution
I
here.
assume Josh is up this over and happy with it, so, okay. He's the attorney. Yeah.
I don't know what, has he looked it over? I don't know. But this is what we're coming up with, because typically this takes all of the what, when, where out.
Yeah, it makes it
So
clear.
and some of these things are in the middle of the road. So basically, if that's the case, then that homeowner is going to have to be able to,
Middle of the road.
well, I shouldn't say middle of the road. I'd say on one side of the road, the other. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's clear, it should be clear, it should be obvious, but
And that's-
you need to make it clear, so this makes it clear.
that
Yes.
makes it clear.
Yes.
It does.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve this.
Tom Lewis makes a motion on the approval of resolution 2024-R1. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Bush seconds that. Any questions about this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you have anything else?
Maybe not.
Okay, thank
Do
you,
you
Tom.
want a copy of this before you leave
Yes,
today,
please.
or you want us to send it to you?
Yes, I can
Okay.
tell the folks. So,
Next, we have our clerk treasurer on claim approval.
I just would be open to a motion to approve the claims as presented, please.
I will make that motion to approve the things as presented.
Second.
Any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Thank you very much. What announcements do we have?
I'll go. We have our Fall Fun Fest this Saturday from 10 to 7 in Beechwood Park. The movie will start at 8 o'clock. We also have a 5K. We're partnering with Studio Health. Registration starts at 8 and the run will start at 9 o'clock and it will end at the festival. We are full as far as booth vendors go, and food vendors. We have been full for a couple of weeks now. So come out and enjoy a fun, free day in the park, and see what we have been working so hard on.
You say everything's free?
Everything besides food and anything you want to purchase from the vendors.
So all the games you put up and
All the games and
So
everything.
they're all free, they don't
Free.
pay a thing?
Nope,
What a
nothing.
deal,
Not
what a
a
deal.
deal.
Do they win prizes?
Prizes, yes.
So prizes are free too?
Yep,
What a deal.
yep.
So is it true that you're bringing in 10,000 minions?
No.
You're not?
But there's a magic show.
There
There's
is
a
a
magic
magic show.
Really? So So what time is that, pray tell?
Cheerleaders perform at 10, magic show at 11,
30.
2 o'clock is the,
1 o'clock's the band.
2 o'clock's the bird show from
Yes.
the Party Lake.
Yes.
So we wouldn't have a movie, would we?
They have a
Hey,
movie,
We have a movie?
free
What's the name of the movie?
Halloween Town.
Ooh, comedy?
Disney movie.
Oh, my.
There it is, right
So right here.
there. Advertised.
So folks, come out to the Beechwood Park. If you don't know where Beechwood's at, find a big beech tree, and that's us. And it's on the south side of Scottsburg at the old ballpark. So, Irizol, Wisconsin, we know where's that. So, anyway, it should be fun for everybody, the kids, and we want you to know that these kids that are helping run those games, we'll have an auction that night. And there's a lot of great things to bid on, and any money raised from that all goes to those. In other words, I think we have the Scottsburg cheerleaders and the Scottsburg football
Girls basketball.
and girls basketball. So those three entities will get, if there's $300, say, each will get $100. So it's really a worthwhile thing. It's all about our kids. It's all about, is everybody having a great time. So if you get to make a Fall Fun Fest for the city of Scottsburg, this is your year.
This is it.
This is it. For sure. So, what other announcements, Jim?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Get Tom to his appointment.
Get Tom to rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
We have 6 minutes left. So, now hearing nothing else, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
We're adjourned, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo.